In this video, I am going to demystify revision for you so that you know why it works and when to use it. What I'm going to share in this video is going to be very helpful for those of you who want to use revision but are triggered either by the idea of changing the past or the event itself that you're trying to revise. If you want a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. I would love to help you with any of your manifestations. Check out the links of my courses in the link in the description box below. And let's talk about revision. The idea of changing the past is a bit challenging for people because we have always learned that what has happened in the past is set in stone. What's been done is done. You can do nothing about it, etc. In the spiritual realm, nothing is ever set in stone. And by doing revision, you're not exactly changing the past. There's no past, present, or future. Every experience exists at the same time, in the same place. We are in this ever-moving experience of life where we are constantly selecting experiences. And when you understand that about manifestation, revision makes sense. I think the idea of revision being difficult to accept is that it makes no sense because of what we have been used to. But when you are manifesting, just in general, you're here right now and you're manifesting something for the future. I don't like this term in manifestation, but let's put it that way for the sake of this video, just to make it clear. You are affirming something or imagining something, doing your techniques in order to manifest something in your life. When that is ready mentally, it manifests. What you're doing in that case is you are simply selecting one version of many of that specific situation or the person or any object, etc. In reality, what you are doing is you are selecting the version of you who is experiencing that particular manifestation. And this is why you are never, ever manifesting someone else or something else. You are manifesting the version of you who is experiencing it. I know this is, it sounds like details, but this alone, specifically for those of you who are manifesting a specific person, I think it removes a lot of resistance and a lot of, I can't do this because there's another person involved. They are out there separate from me, having their own thoughts, rejecting me, etc. When you become really technical about this, technically what is happening is that you are simply selecting your own version who is experiencing something else. This removes the other person and their opinions and anything that is outside of you. When you're doing revision, for those of you who are new to conscious manifestation, revision is a technique we know from Neville Goddard, or at least I know only from Neville Goddard. I have studied many manifestation teachers. Several of them are wonderful, but I have only read about revision from Neville Goddard. And this is a technique where you change a memory. The thing about memories is that they continue manifesting because in your imagination, your mind takes your imagination literally, and everything you do in imagination is creative, it's manifesting. So when in the beginning of the video I said past, present, future, every experience all exist all at once in the same place, everything exists in your mind right now. Whether it's a memory or a scene you are visualizing for the future, they are all in your mind at the same time, in the same place, right? So what happens with memories is that whatever that event impressed on your subconscious mind is going to keep manifesting. Because your mind doesn't see the difference between something that already happened and something that is made up visualization for the future. It's all the same. It's all imagination. So your memory is going to continuously have an impact on what you are manifesting in your life. When you are changing that memory, everything that was impacted because of that experience is also going to change based on your new chosen variation of that experience. But here's the thing, and this is what is going to be very helpful for those of you who are triggered by the idea of revision. Because some people can't do revision for some of their desires or some of their past experiences because the experience triggers them too much. When you go inside and you try to change stuff, that experience comes up and brings up everything that was triggering. Or some people think that it's wrong to change the past, etc. It's all your imagination, that like you're working with your own imagination. So what you're doing in reality, just like for any other manifestation technique, that you are selecting a version of your own experience, because every version of that experience, every version of that situation, the circumstance already exists. You're selecting one that you like the most, basically. You're doing the same about the past experience. So if you experienced something painful in that specific situation with that specific person, let's say, for example, a breakup years ago or the other day, it doesn't matter. You experienced that breakup, maybe very painful, maybe very ugly, messy, etc. But that was one version of that situation. Every other version of that specific situation also existed at the time and still exists. So you're simply selecting to have experienced a different version of that reality. And what that does is that it starts having an impact on your reality right now, because things have to calibrate and become the way that is impressed on your subconscious mind, just like any other manifestation technique. This is not woo-woo or any different than a simple affirmation or a visual scene for any manifestation that you are doing right now. You are simply selecting realities when you do that. So you do that for the past event also, which technically is not, it doesn't exist anywhere else than your mind. So you're simply selecting imaginal acts. So the reason this is very, very useful is especially if we want to really simplify this. Let's say you are manifesting something with your person, or you're manifesting money, and you keep having this memory that, or the idea of you that is different than that based on past experiences, which I see a lot with clients, and I have had to work on this myself. When the memory comes up, it's telling you that you still have this assumption that, you know how it happens often, and I'm pretty sure you have experienced this too. When you affirm something or you're imagining something and your mind goes, but never going to happen because that has never happened to you in the past. Remember that time you were dumped. Remember that time you lost money. Remember that time you didn't make enough, etc., etc. All those memories have become assumptions. So even if you don't go into the depths of the spiritual the spiritual realm, the spiritual reality of this, that, you know, the past isn't in the past, it's happening right now. The future is also happening right now. That I understand that can be too much. You don't have to go and study all that, you know, into the depths of that. Even taking your reality from now onto the future, if we want to talk about it in a human way, your memories are still in your mind, impressed on your subconscious. So if you have the memory of a bad breakup, that is going to create resistance, that is going to bring up the negative emotions, that has probably also had something to say about your self-concept also, which for me, it lays the foundation for every manifestation. So when you change that memory, you change your present that is going to manifest the future. So this is very helpful. And then what is going to happen is that your present experience is going to be in a way that is in sync with your memory. For example, if you had an injury, a physical injury, you broke a bone that never really healed. Revision is not a must, by the way. You can simply manifest healing the bone, or you can simply manifest your SP to come back and you get back together, or you can simply manifest more money, etc., instead of revising the lost money or revising the breakup or revising the broken bone. But revision is just another wonderful technique. So when you revise your injury, that it never happened, your current experience needs to be in a way that that injury never happened. You can't continuously have problems with a broken bone if you never broke it, if that's your new memory. Does this make sense? Because this is a super powerful technique that a lot of people shy away from. And again, I think it's because we have this idea of the past is done, it's set in stone, you can't do anything, etc. And nothing is ever done. It's ever evolving, ever manifesting. So if you have a memory that keeps popping up and annoys you, and you know that created some assumption that you're still dealing with till this day, go back and change that memory. It's your memory. You can do whatever you want with it. It just becomes a little bit mysterious because we are human beings. We're experiencing a time in past, present, future, and it feels weird in our human minds to go back and change the past. Make it a habit of not treating your wonderful human imagination, as Neville Goddard calls it, as a human being or a human experience. That's not on a human plane. It's a level up. You're on a spiritual plane when you're manifesting, even though you're manifesting very normal human experiences. So I really hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you have any other questions about revision. And by the way, this video was specifically inspired by a question I received during, I think, my last live Q&A. Someone asked if they could revise a breakup that happened a long time ago. Your mind doesn't care how long time ago it was. It could have been 50 years ago or 73 years ago. It's still in your memories right now, and your imagination is happening right now in any case. So no matter how long it was, you can change it. And you can shape your imagination however you like. That's the point of this whole thing. Manifestation in general, whether it's revision or affirmations or imaginal acts, visualization, etc. And speaking of live Q&As, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel because I'm going to do more live Q&As where you can come on and ask me any question about manifestation. They are a lot of fun. And if you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can book a one-on-one coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. I would love to help you with any of your manifestations. Also check out the links for my courses. If you have any questions about my courses, leave a comment in the comment section. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.